Anyway, let's go.
Anyway, well, I mean, we're already, the thing is on. The camera's on.
Have we been recording that for the whole time?
Yeah. Yeah, I hit record and sat down. And then we had a whole other conversation for the last hour that I cut out because welcome to the Rambles, everybody.
Hello.
Good morning, good evening, and good night. Good morning, America. How you doing? How's everybody doing? Be nice to each other. Give your family, give your friends a hug, give your animals a hug. I hugged the crap out of my cats, like almost literally.
Why?
You know, it's been a stressful couple of days. We all collectively as a country had a panic attack for a full 24 hours.
Why?
Yeah, you might have missed this, notorious immigrant David, but there was a thing that happened. So regardless of where you are in any of that, be nice to each other and hug your animals because they don't know what's going on. They're just happy to be here. And, you know, good morning, everybody. David is furiously texting. He's driving and texting.
I'm asking why everyone was worried this week.
Yeah, did I miss something? Imagine waking up now from a 30-year coma and being like, the guy from Home Alone 2? Really?
Imagine waking up in a 4-year coma and you'd be like, wait, what year is this?
What year is this? We don't know.
And they just released Skyrim? Again?
Yeah, you can run it on your fridge. You can. The fridges with the little LEDs. Somebody got Skyrim in your fridge, and when you do a certain thing, it dumps ice out. It's pretty funny.
Nice. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. So we got a bunch of stuff on the table. We're buried behind this.
One might almost think we were moving into the busiest time of the year.
It's Christmas holiday shopping fever. So get out there. I did not start the timer, so we're going to be stuck at 0 forever. We're just going to have to guess. I'm going to clock us 2:30-ish or so.
We got Christmas holiday fever. Yeah, so we brought up a bunch of stuff today. One thing that Giga-Bites does that's pretty awesome is Kickstarters.
So many Kickstarters.
So
it is a big distinction point because a lot of game stores don't invest in them because they don't see the point in giving you a choice, which is weird. So we do because a lot of the stuff comes from Bridge, so it's very easy to drive it over. When we get our retail pledge, we just
like this one.
Carry it over. These are so heavy. Every time you put one down, the whole table just starts to vibrate. Don't pick that up. The table flips to the side. We just end the show.
Well, yeah, it's actually it is a part we want to point out that differentiates us from stores. I actually had an argument. If you follow me on Facebook, sometimes I like to have arguments.
You should. He has arguments.
And one big argument I posted retail pledges not treating retailers. If you know me, you know I'm very angry with Catalyst right now in the BattleTech project because I bought $35,000 worth of BattleTech.
Got that cookbook though.
And they charged me. Got that cookbook, and they charged me in May of last year. I'm getting my rant in early.
Yeah, let's go for it.
They charged me in May 2023. I paid for this product, and I have received a cookbook. And it really annoyed me. So it's like you need to treat retailers because retailers help promote your goods. And the person's like, retailers don't want my game and they're the worst. And we were talking, I was like, no, that's show. We stock retailers. or Kickstarters. We want to be unique and different and stand out and show how much better Bridge Giga-Bites is than everybody else.
Yeah.
Which we are. Much better.
Much better.
Than everybody. It's not a single store that does anything better than us.
And well, we're not a very good pet store, so I guess there are pet stores that do better than us. Coming soon, Giga-Bites Pet Store. We take over the laundromat area.
Giga-Pets is I'm pretty sure they probably had a game or something called Giga-Pets back in the 90s.
Yeah, check on your Neopets. They're starting.
Neopets, that was it.
Check on your Club Penguin account.
The Tamagotchis.
This is a Tamagotchi hanging up over there. One of the original ones. I got it when it came out, and my parents took the batteries out because I set the PM AM thing wrong, so it woke up at like 4 a.m.
Is taking the batteries out of your Tamagotchi like euthanizing you?
Yeah, kind of.
That's terrible. I heard some famous squirrel got euthanized actually this weekend.
And the raccoon, I think. Yeah. So the guy, it was I forgot the name. It's something like Peanut. I think it was Peanut the squirrel.
Peanut squirrel. Yeah.
Yeah, and so he was using the squirrel for conservation rights and like doing a bunch of videos. It was internet famous. And then New York State showed up and was like, "You had this squirrel illegally." And in the time they
bit somebody.
Tried to do something about it, they had already euthanized the squirrel.
Crazy.
So we've got our second Harambe event.
Apparently, I was reading that because they were testing it for rabies, and you can only test rabies using like pieces of the brain and cerebrum, and so they're not approved to do that without euthanizing the animal. Anyway,
there's got to be
Giga-Pets coming.
Anyway, Giga-Squirrels.
Giga-Squirrels.
There's got to be we don't have science is this far, and we still have to kill the animal and then go, it didn't have rabies. Well, it doesn't matter now.
But anyway,
you dummies. So don't think about that. That's a sad thing about toys. We got cool stuff to talk about. We should get the non-Kickstarters out of the way.
Yeah, sure.
Also, I'm a little buried behind them.
What we got new this week?
So new this week that is not Kickstarter stuff, but is still cool. We got Ermagerd. If you don't know what meme we're referencing, congratulations, you're probably in your 20s.
Congratulations, you too were probably born in the year 2000.
Yes, so Emberguard is the new Warhammer Underworlds thing. So this has always been, I love a lot of the Warhammer stuff. This has been the most confusing project for me because they had decks, and sometimes the decks you could modify and then you couldn't, and then some decks would work and then cards cycled in and out like a TCG.
Oh my god.
It was all kind of all over the place, and it never really quite locked in as hard as they wanted to. Now they've got it to where you play, you get your faction, you pick one of the standardized decks, and then you just play the game. So they've kind of done what Games Workshop is doing with a lot of stuff, where they go, maybe we make the rules like this, and then we can grow them versus here's so much to do.
Okay.
So this is on pre-order. You can't have this one. This is the store copy, but we're going to get it painted up so they can be demo games and stuff.
We ordered a bunch of these, I think.
Yeah. I think it always does really well. And,
it does well for us. I've heard some people complain it doesn't do well. Some stores don't do well with that, but we have always done well. Yeah. Whatever Games Workshop-wise, we do pretty well with.
If anything, the miniatures are... A lot of people go, miniatures look really good.
I mean, you have the Skaven Warlock
and more Stormcast.
Is that a named character? Ritak Vern?
Yeah.
It looks like he's in a mini Doomwheel.
He is.
Okay.
He's a little tiny little Doomwheel guy. Yeah, they're all named characters. They're all supposed to be like heroes. It's like if you were playing with the little Soulbound group. And more Stormcast, because you didn't have enough of a Stormcast guy with a sword or a crossbow. I know. Listen, I am a Stormcast apologist, and even I am kind of like... they could do... At least give me a big hammer guy. I don't even think we get...
They don't have a cities warband.
Not yet.
Well, not yet. Games been around for like 5 years.
No, they do. They are guys that electrocute themselves to get closer to Sigmar because lightning is holy. They're awesome models. They're all wearing like big electric rods, and one guy is actually sitting on another guy's shoulder in a trench coat, holding up like.
I've never seen that one.
Yeah, I don't know if it's out yet or not, but I think it comes out soon.
Okay,
I haven't seen it because I would have bought it because it's insane. I like insane cities people. The flagellants and that kind of stuff. So,
just in my mind, all I think for anyone who's seen Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and he's walked around and keeps licking the quill he has. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah.
I love. By the way, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is an amazing movie.
They're pretty good. Yeah, they're better than you would think.
They were just like, hey, Jim Carrey, just go insane.
Why is that guy always
he just walks around and he says one Sonic's quill and he goes. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, because that's Sonic's powers in that is he's electric because of the quills, right? Yeah. I watch the movies to like Jim Carrey. Honestly, I like how Jim Carrey's like, I'm retired, but I'll do Eggman.
It follows true because my son's really into Sonic Boom right now, and in one episode he does use one of his quills to make a cookie that turns Eggman good.
That sounds like a thing.
Yeah.
That could happen. Sonic lore, deep dark thing, please don't Google it. Not on your work computer.
Sonic's quills have healing properties.
Yeah, why not? Why not? But, yeah, fine.
But anyway, Emberguard.
Emberguard.
You know about Emberguard now. Emberguard.
I'm hanging out behind some spooky, a little late to the spooky game.
Every week is more crisis.
Every week there's another crisis.
Well, it was Agatha All Along, and they keep teasing Mephisto through that. So
yeah, they don't know. Yeah. But now you get that Spider-Man and Mary Jane, sell your marriage to Mephisto. That happens. It's the whole thing. It's a whole thing. It's really stupid. So you have Mephisto, which is Mephisto.
He's got Mephisto.
You got this guy. There he goes. So that's pretty cool. He's a single thing, and then you have Abomination and the Wrecking Crew, which has one of the most weird decisions on modeling that they put all the Wrecking Crew together like the Ginyu Force on one base. I don't know why you would do that, but I guess maybe making each one of them. Yeah, it's like the whole thing moves around. Do you know how the Wrecking Crew came to be? They're Thor's enemies.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because guess all that construction equipment stuff, Loki blessed them. So they're all like, he has the power of the Wrecking Ball, but it's like essentially a Mjolnir kind of thing. My favorite, I forgot his name, is the guy whose helmet was blessed. So he just runs into stuff. And they were like, well, he's different than Juggernaut, I guess, because he's orange.
I was going to say, isn't that just Juggernaut?
Yeah, it's basically just Juggernaut, yeah. But the Abomination model is really cool. So you can finally have Emil Blonsky. So you can reenact the court scene.
Thunderball, Bulldozer, I assume he's Bulldozer. And Pile Driver.
Yeah.
Wait, they've been restoring the Wrecker and creating restoring the Wrecker. So Wrecker, Thunderball, Bulldozer, and Pile Driver. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. You knew that. You don't have to come to us for this lore about Thor's fighting the working man.
Yeah.
Beating up blue-collar people. So if you got the Abomination, you can recreate all of She-Hulk now, I think.
And this one guy has a power crowbar.
Yeah. He's got, man, watch out,
power
Robin.
Crowbar.
The power of a magic crowbar.
I was going to say, it does look like the Abomination does. I guess it's the Emil Blonsky one, but it kind of looks like who's the guy who killed Superman?
Doomsday.
Doomsday.
I almost said Zack Snyder.
Well, it's like, so you got like Doom. Oh. So you got Doomsday, and then a crowbar to kill Robin. If you really want to cross over to DC. I think I just committed sacrilege.
It's fine. What? Nobody's gonna get mad about that on the internet. I gotta stop messing with the stuff back here. So now we're on to the Kickstarter part of the program.
Oh, we got this one.
I didn't even see
this is not. It seems relevant to today.
Yeah, I did. I did look at this, and I considered like I might buy this for upcoming.
Escape the 9 to 5 orbit and yeet the elite. This is a game called Yeet the Rich. Where did this come from, Zach?
It came from Giga-Bites Cafe in Marietta, Georgia. It was in the cart of stuff that I brought over because it was new. And
in a utopian future, financial criminals place an otherworldly punishment a one-way journey to outer space. Hey, your job is to orchestrate the bookings for fortunate lawbreakers. Aim high for the richest offenders, bring the most lucrative commissions. They're literally sending them to space.
That's what Bezos
cool.
wants.
Little card game, 54 card game. Yeah.
Yeah. Fire the ultra rich into space. Let them see what's out there.
Eat the rich.
Eat the rich?
Eat.
Yeet and eat the rich. You got to yeet or eat the rich.
Eat.
It's you yeet them.
What else we got here?
Then you eat them. I think that's it. Mephisto fell down. He's in the front there. Okay, so now we're done with the non-Kickstarter section, unless Yeet the Rich was a Kickstarter. I don't know.
It may have been. It may have been.
Check it out.
It seems like. Cool.
So look at all this stuff.
Yeah.
What if that was the whole show?
That was the stuff.
We were just like, look at all this stuff. We'll catch you next
Behold my stuff.
Miss Carl.
So we're going to start.
You want to go? Well, I only know a couple of things about some of these games.
I know nothing about any of them.
You're along for the ride with us.
Bought them on Kickstarter.
Well, I know Mycelia because I've seen a lot of this. So I do know about this. And I think we talked about it on a show.
Yeah, a little bit. So Mycelia is from Splitstone Games, and then the US licensee, I think, is KTBG.
Yeah.
Pretty great game about mushrooms. I know for a fact it did over 500,000 on Kickstarter. We did the fulfillment here, so there was a deluxe and a standard version. We have both at Giga-Bites, so we have the standard. We have the standard on pre-order because we're waiting on some add-on pieces to arrive. The add-ons is a new slipcover, tokens, I think dice, and a dice bag. So you can pre-order that. It's $99.99, or the standard game, which is what this one is $49.99, and it's about growing your
cheapest mushroom trip you'll ever have.
Yeah, growing your cordyceps.
Making mushroom friends.
Making mushrooms.
Oh, you actually get to learn a lot about them too. Amethyst Deceiver. That is a cool name for a mushroom.
Yeah, some dead cap.
That was my edgy Shadowrun character.
So pretty awesome. The big thing with this I wasn't aware of before is that it's multiplayer, but it can also be played solo.
That is a lot of games now. I've noticed that. Not to jump around, but even Fliptown, we got the solo expansion.
Yeah, we just got a restock on Fliptown.
Yeah, that's
Fliptown.
Fliptown, right? Yeah. You'll be able to pick that up pretty soon, actually. I think, if not already, when this comes out.
If not already, I think we might still have a couple of the Kickstarter copies of that too. That was Kickstarter from last year that we have, and so we've managed to stock again. Another company we do fulfillment for, so it's easy enough for us to get the stock. A lot of it is available. This is available in all distributors. So Fliptown, KTPG are a pretty huge company, so they do, and great to work with. So they do general distribution. Fliptown is a smaller publisher, so we have them here at Bridge, and then we sell it through the store and all. Pretty cool.
Yeah. This stuff is just to hold up.
Oh, it's just holding it up. Yeah, I was going to say,
it kept falling over without
But yeah, so 2 versions, deluxe and standard, and it is trying to think where...
Board game.
Board game. It is a board game, yes.
It is a board game.
Board game.
You can board up the table with it.
And there's like a whole thing of like natural food, because this one's all about making mosaics out of algae.
Okay.
Yeah.
You had me at mosaics out of algae.
Tile placing, pattern making game where you create your very own beautiful mosaic out of microscopic algae. I'm trying to get to the shine. So
everything is.
So I actually talked to these people at Expo last year, and they were looking for some advice on publishing and fulfillment. So we did this. I think this is the deluxe version, if there's a deluxe version. It's $59.99. There's a way to this.
Yeah, all of these games get heavier. You're saving the last ones for last.
And this one also has a solo version. So it's 2 to 4 players, but it also has a solo version. I know 25th Century is doing the retail version of this, and then Ludo Limino did the Kickstarter. Can't remember what the Kickstarter did in this. I want to say it was at least 100.
We almost had a streak of all of them have a solo thing, but you gotta get the family together for this one.
You gotta get 5 families. But so pretty cool. We have a bunch of this. I think I want to say about 12 of this currently. So this is in stock now. In stock now. It's right on when you walk in with one of the center displays, the one that's not moved the halls, which you should totally get while you still can, is all the Kickstarter stuff. Now the Halloween is officially over.
Yeah, Halloween is officially finally. So The music just starts creeping in behind us. If Ryan hadn't gone to school, we could just have him walk through in a Santa outfit, you know.
But yeah, so that's another pretty cool one.
That's a pretty cool one.
And in where your algae and your mushrooms are growing, you're probably living in a...
a hamlet. Just missed the segue. A hamlet is a small village without a church. It tells you that on the back. It's a competitive medium-weight village-building board game. So you start real small, and then you get a little bigger, and then you build your own village, and soon you take over the world.
So this is the deluxe version. So one thing with this, we have the deluxe version, but there's actually Mighty Boards did an expansion recently called Hamlet by the Lake, which is the expansion for this. And so we have that as well at the store, but I guess nobody gave it to us.
Hamlet. Did you see how many games I had to get in my trunk? Hamlet features irregular shaped tiles. I like that. That's a good selling point for me. I don't like regular shaped tiles. They give me something weird.
I like all shapes and tiles.
Well, you're so accepting of tiles. That's good on you. So villagers perform jobs around the hamlet while donkeys build a network for efficient transport. The donkeys build the network. I'm sure. Why not? Give them a shot, you know? Maybe they know something we don't. In Hamlet, the deluxe edition.
It's also heavy, I bet. Yeah, it's pretty heavy. Again, it does have a solo version.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so 1 to 4.
So if Yorick is dead, alas, you can still play Hamlet by yourself. That joke is for 3 English majors. It's pretty cool. I was, like I said, I was like, everything is solo. It does say it's
a small village without a church.
It does say that.
Why does it say that?
Why does it say that? Because that's the tagline.
Oh, that's their big landmark.
That they put on the game.
To grow to build the church. Okay.
I don't know how deep you wanted to get in that answer. It's like, I guess a hamlet doesn't have a church. I don't know when a hamlet isn't a town, isn't a village. You know, like
when does a hamlet go whole hog?
When does it go? Oh yeah, it goes ham. Yeah. Oh, this is the quality content you don't pay for.
$74.99, people.
It's real heavy. Yeah, these are one-handing it. All right, well, why don't one of these has an accoutrement all attached to it, so we should probably save that one.
Yeah, we'll save that one for last. This one has a little expansion. A little card expansion. I want to make you an offer you can't refuse.
I'm ready for it. Make me the offer.
Oh, okay, sure. $99.99.
Did you like the Mafia video games? If so, check it out. You get to play as a Godfather of various colors. I like that they're like kind of neon, so you just imagine a neon green Godfather.
Yeah.
There are a lot of stuff. There is a lot of stuff.
So this is the overall deluxe. So the deluxe for this comes with the games. This is Vesuvius Media, which is one of our partners here at Bridge. So we just did the fulfillment for this, like literally very quickly. The deluxe comes with the regular game and then a miniature upgrade pack. And then Bloody Dominance, which is this little card pack mini expansion that they have. So the game itself has standees.
Yeah.
And then this box upgrades everything to the plastic. So you have your Godfather minis, your cop car minis, your street bosses, your business minis for businessmen.
You gotta do business.
And then your capos miniatures, which I guess is your foot soldiers.
Yeah.
Is that what a capo is?
Your mooks.
Your goons. Yeah. What do we call goon?
Yeah.
Goon seems like it would have been closer, I guess.
I don't think we can say that anymore. I think Gen Z has a new thing for that.
Gen Z always ruining everything.
Guys, checking our words.
You guys got no riz.
Skibbity?
Toilet.
Toilet?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you have to have the toilet, or can you simply just skib it?
You're totally lacking riz.
Medically.
You're just Skibbity, Ohio.
No cap, that is beta. I only know what TikTok tells me. Oh man, I'm aging gracefully.
But the upgrade for this adds 231 miniature models, so that's pretty great.
You have to paint them all too.
You paint them all, or you can just leave them in this beautiful, very vibrant.
It is very vibrant.
Of yellow, green, blue, red.
I also like that I don't know what the Mechanicus is for, but there's the little revolver.
Well, the Mechanicus is for repairing the Imperium's items. Yeah.
Well, blessed be this little thing here where you have the clip and bullet miniatures. Is that a clip? If it's a revolver?
Clip. No, it's
cylinder.
It's cylinder. Yeah.
Right. Yeah,
it's a cylinder.
I feel like I should know that. This is the clip versus magazine argument.
A clip hangs down, and then a magazine is like a hard shell, right? And then that's a cylinder. Speaking
of magazines,
I don't know. This is probably what's going to get the most responses.
Oh man, people are going to be mad at us. That's fine because we don't purport to know.
It was just work those algorithms, but we just say things incorrectly.
Well, actually, Diatones is about working those algae rhythms.
Hey,
that's the whole show. I like that they're little bullets that you put in. I imagine it's very intimidating. You look across the table and you're just loading up the cylinder. Cool stuff. So yeah, cool. Mafia game. What's the time on that? You're gonna sit down. You're gonna have an evening for this one.
Is this one an evening game?
That's why it's definitely an evening game.
Ooh, 90 to 108 minutes. Yeah, okay.
I always like when games say that because
3 hours. It's realistic.
Possibly, I can go a lot. I can play the game badly and be done in like 30 minutes. It's like, what'd you do? I lost immediately. So, game over for me, man. Game over.
We also received this week Explorers of Navoria.
I keep thinking this is like a pillow. Yeah. It's the mat.
My pillow.
Oh no.
Oh, this game also has a solo mode. Of course it does.
Yeah, that's what I said. Except for the Mafia one.
Except for the Mafia, because that Mafia's all about family. You can't be family of one.
Yes,
right? Dom taught me that. Dom Toretto. He taught me.
Solo Mafia is kind of where the Penguin is currently living. If I know you haven't watched it yet, probably.
No.
You got to catch up. You get so good. So good.
I was watching Agatha All Along.
And
who also does not do things solo anymore.
That's true.
Yeah, for years she was a covenantless witch, and now she has a coven. She tried to murder him.
Well, yeah. Well, she has a coven of one.
Spoilers.
Oh, spoilers, I guess. You've watched it. Yeah, I did like that they did make her dead.
They make her dead.
Well, in the Midnight Suns game and in the comics and stuff, she's a ghost. So it was kind of like, oh, okay, they're gonna make her a wacky
That's
ghost.
probably a big spoiler.
That's why I said
You should
spoilers.
probably put something like, it's like spoiler.
I'll put it in the thing. You got spoilers for it. Well,
will you? You'll just let people walk into it.
Yeah, maybe I will.
You should put it in afterwards.
Maybe you just came in here. And spoilers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, so this is obviously, I guess, the deluxe version as well. It's Explorers of Navoria, and actually Explorers of Navoria Forgotten Lands, which is the expansion. So again, it is another thing where we have, in true Giga-Bites fashion, we have taped the game and the expansion together.
It's just taped together. Looks like Ripley's gun at the end of Aliens 2, and she just
so the expansion is what adds the solo mode and the 5th player. So it's 2 to 4 players, and then you add the expansion to go 1 through 5 players.
So if you have 4 friends, you're like, sorry, we have to go get the expansion.
And then there's this little, I don't know what's in this little cool case, but I assume it's like deluxe components and a playmat.
I think it's a mystery.
This is a whole bundle on GigaBitesOnline.com.
What is in the treasure chest? What do you think? What's your guess?
Turtles.
That would be so cool. Little frogs, little frog guys. I mean, it does have little animal guys, right? That's kind of the aesthetic of it. I think. There's a little animal guy on the side. There's like Tom Nook, but slightly more sadistic
that cool
looking.
Art. Like the art reminds me a lot. I remember looking at this going, the art was a lot like Ruth
Bader Ginsburg. Notorious board game artist. Yeah, it does. That joke was for no one. It does have that kind of like cutesy, but like Adventures into the Woodlands, Explorers in the Woodlands. Our game that I never named correctly.
Also has a solo mode.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly.
It's funny to me because like when I started doing this, like 4 years ago or so, solo stuff wasn't really. I mean, there was some solo stuff like McKee did really well and other things, but then it wasn't like
it's like almost like some worldwide event happened where people had to be by themselves.
And people figured out that a solo mode that isn't just a tacked on like just do this and pretend like you have friends is actually going to make the game sell better because some people you set up and you
like how I live my life, just pretend you have friends. Aww.
Thanks. I'm imaginary. I've been a ghost the whole time. I'm not. I don't know. I have nothing to do.
It was Zachary all along.
If I was a ghost, would I haunt here? I'd still be here, like working. It's like I have not figured this afterlife thing out. I pay rent. Why am I doing that?
Just watch Beetlejuice.
I did.
Yeah,
I did.
That was a movie that existed.
It was a movie that kind of had 3 storylines that I forgot about.
Way too many.
The movie.
Nah, I didn't forget about it. Just
they just didn't do anything. The whole Willem Dafoe thing just didn't do anything.
Yeah.
It's just like, look, we got him.
And the guy stealing her life so he could replace it.
Yeah.
Just like, you're done now. Bye.
Yeah.
But anyway, this game, $159.99 Giga-Bites. Again, I have no idea. I'm going to assume we probably have about 12 of it because it's usually about what I buy.
Case quantity. Yeah.
I know we have like 6 Omerta. I went low on Omerta. I want to say we have 30 Mycelia Deluxes available and probably like 15 standards because I'm pretty sure I bought through the Kickstart and then I got just a regular stock and diatoms. I want to say I have 12. Probably 12 of this as well. So pretty cool.
This is going to be a smash cut to you opening like a warehouse and there's 400 Hamlets and you're like, oh no!
It's not Hamlet then because it'll probably have a church because it'd be so many copies.
Is that a city at that point? I don't know.
This is a new one that we were just had today. So we literally are just about to finish the fulfillment on this beauty that is Dungeons of Infinity.
It was hand-delivered and it weighs as much as the person who hand-delivered it to us.
It's about 20... No, it's like 15 pounds. It's like a 15-pound game, I think. Maybe it's close to 20.
It's a big game.
But yeah.
I don't know. We probably should know that.
Dungeons of Infinity is from Sky Kingdom Games, so you might know them from Isofarian Guard. So they have unlocked the deluxe version from their Kickstarter for us to be able to wholesale at Bridge and then also sell it through Giga-Bites. So
And it's got a solo play.
Does it have
Yeah,
solo
it's
play
1
as
to
well?
5.
Of course it does.
Everything's got a
It's
solo
funny,
play.
this game's only 60 to 120 minutes, and yet Omerta's up to 180
It takes a
minutes.
long time to build an empire. It takes less time to go kill a
That's pretty cool. I mean, travel across the perilous realms, plunge into the infinite depths that lie beneath a land poisoned by an ancient evil, thought to be dormant. What do you desire? Accolades? Justice? Camaraderie? Find what you seek and choose your path. You delve into the dungeons of infinity.
What land isn't dominated by a secret evil lurking beneath the surface at this point? Like, they're everywhere. We got to get these evils out of here.
Yeah, these are people are real.
Secret evil. I mean, this is basically like, yeah. I gotta admit, I have a type, and it's giant, chunky gold armor with fur over it. That's just. I was looking at my bookshelf yesterday, and I put my 2 new books, which were my
so
Stormcast.
Convoluted. Mine's just blondes.
Yeah, I know. My Tinder profile's real hard to set up. It's like, there's not enough chainmail in this. But like, I was looking at the 2 latest battle tomes I bought, and it was Stormcast and Adeptus Custodes, and I was just like, yeah, I definitely just have like a thing that I like in fantasy stuff. So I like big chunky armor. I'm always interested with these big games like this that are lengthy, how the solo play like holds up over time, because at a certain point,
how long can you play yourself?
Yeah, how long can you
before you fall asleep?
Can you go solo? You know, and what's the refractory period in between game sessions? You got to ask these things. Ask your doctor.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it's neat.
Little cat rogue.
What? I didn't even see that. I thought that was part of his arm.
Cat rogue.
That's a good rogue.
Kadjit has wares if you have coin.
That Kadjit has glowing eyes and a
obviously
dagger.
I'm obviously a member of the Thieves Guild. This is a whole lot of Skyrim references.
It's a whole lot of Skyrim references. Well, luckily they're going to
2012
keep releasing that game for the next. Well, it doesn't matter. 2012 until now. You know that Grand Theft Auto 5 has been around longer than people playing Grand Theft Auto 5 at this point. Like the game has been on 8 systems, and it's still fun. They just wrapped up their Halloween stuff, and it was genuinely scary because you would just be doing stuff.
Did they recently ended The Simpsons Tapped Out? That made me very sad.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
The Simpsons tapped out, got me through 2 pregnancies.
It's why I wonder why they ended it, because I guess didn't make enough money.
Eventually, even The Simpsons run out of content.
That's impossible. That's impossible. That's the first episode of I think the newest season is that they are shutting down The Simpsons because they've run out of jokes.
Yeah,
I watched that the other night.
Yeah, it was a dream sequence though.
Yeah. Spoilers for The Simpsons. They aren't actually stopping The Simpsons. It must still just make so much money off of merchandising and stuff.
For sure.
People
be
eating those shorts.
Otherwise, you have to update the Universal Studios.
Yeah,
the whole Simpsons land.
What else do they have to do?
Dear Universal, please update.
What else is Universal going to put out there? The Monster Universe?
Actually, yes.
That would be cool.
That's actually what they're doing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's actually what they're doing. They're doing a Monster Universe land.
That feels like.
Oh, I thought you were doing.
No.
No, yeah, they are.
I thought that I was
coming out next year.
I was like, what's the silliest thing they could do that has no real meaning because the Monster Dark Universe?
They can design a park for these things, and then they can plan a universe around it, and then they can make 1 or 2 movies, have them spectacularly flop, cut the whole universe off, but still go ahead and put the park in.
Make the park, yeah.
Yeah.
So they're going to make a movie out of a ride. They're just trying to do a Disney. They're like, well, it worked for
they're trying to make
2 of them.
Yeah, but they tried to make movies and then make the rides.
Yeah. Well, everyone remembers their favorite version of The Mummy, the Tom Cruise one with the girl with the mitosis eyes that split in that one scene.
You can knock that movie all you want, but Jared Butler was a treasure. Not Jared Butler. I always mix him up. Russell Crowe.
Yeah.
Was a treasure. I always mix the 2 of them up. I was Jared Butler.
No, I can kind of see that. I also Colin Farrell is also kind of in that list where I will say the one and I mean the other one.
Yeah.
And I'm
the
like,
other one.
Well, I'll say Gerard Butler and I mean Colin Farrell.
You thought all Irish people look the same?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Colin Farrell's really handsome. He just called me handsome.
Yeah.
I like it.
There we go. It's polite racism. No, but it's
that's what we need now moving into 2025.
I should have done that because the mic is right there. That's a good bit.
We said we weren't going to make those jokes. But yeah, so anyway, this is the 2nd edition, by the way. I forgot to mention. This is the newest, most up-to-date.
So if you have the 1st edition, go to your house right now. Go to your house right now. Quit. Leave your job. Don't tell your boss anything. Be like, I have to do something. A guy on the internet said it. Bye, David. Go to your house right now. Take your editions of Dungeons of Infinity 1. Guess what? It's not infinite anymore. Throw it in the garbage. Come get the new one. Mm-hmm. That's my recommendation. A guy on the internet told you to do that. Yeah. So let's see if that works.
But if it helps, you look like Colin Farrell.
Yeah, absolutely. But in the penguin wig.
Rude.
That's what I look like. See?
You never take me live.
Honestly, if I was going to play the Mafia game, I would probably put
replace with pieces from Batman.
Yeah, just a little penguin miniature in there and just like,
you could do a Murta and just have all 5 replace them all like Batman gangs.
Shoot, that almost sounds like the Batman miniatures game. A thing that exists that nobody will play with me. Play Batman with me. It's really fun. You can use the Marvel stuff you already have, the Marvel Crisis buildings and stuff.
But, yeah, don't ask me the price on this, by the way. I don't know. Literally spunky through this in front of us because I asked her to go get it.
It's hot off the press.
I don't know the price.
We unboxed it momentarily ago.
Yes.
That's not how words work.
But cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's all I think. I'm sure there's other Kickstarters that we've not thought to bring over, but you can get them all at gigabitesonline.com.
You absolutely can. And keep an eye on gigabitesonline.com because if you are familiar with the website, if you go every day and you check it, you'll notice there's some changes happening. We're cleaning up a lot of the categories that had one or two things are going away. We got new links on there, new images, banners. Like a lot of stuff is changing to make that a really easy shopping experience because it's the holidays and you may not have time to go into the store because you're so busy doing stuff. You're playing a 400-hour Mafia game and you're like, oh, I need to buy some things. We're making it easier for you to do that.
This is the time. I think it's kind of like with everything going on this year. I think the holidays have actually snuck up on people. I get this sense because we were just discussing this beforehand. Like I feel like the holidays are sneaking up. So we definitely want to make sure people are seeing what's out there and picking it up while it exists. Because I only have 10,000 of these. No, I think I have like maybe 100 and something.
Are you telling me that there was something else that was preoccupying most of America for the last year?
Yeah, the Agatha All Along was a really good series.
I was waiting for it.
Everybody was watching.
I liked Wiccan's outfit. It looked cool. It looked very neat. Had little like things worked all into it. You know, he had like Wanda's helmet on the thing, and his cape looks like visions and stuff.
Oh, I didn't get that.
Yeah, it's one scene where they show it, and you can go, oh, and then I saw like a behind the scenes where they were showing it off. Imagine being the costume designer, and you spend 400 hours making that like super subtle, and then because of the color grading and shot, nobody can tell.
Yeah,
and you're
just gets dark with light battles.
Yeah, with laser
it's like
battles.
When you saw Aubrey Plaza and like you actually pictures were like in the makeup and it's like, oh, there's a lot of detail in that, and then you actually see her in the thing and it's like,
yeah,
nobody sees my face.
The skull thing was like almost all real.
Yeah,
like it was only a little bit of CGI to blend it in and stuff. It
was way better than the face figures from Terrifier, which I've watched recently.
Oh, which one? The first one?
Actually, I'm in the middle of watching the second one.
Oh,
that's not as bad as you think.
It's not. It's also not as good as you
but
think.
Like
Sorry, horror movie fans.
But the makeup of the lady from the first one, you know, she's like the lady at the beginning and the end.
Oh yeah. Like, the one that.
The Agatha All Along makeup is way better than that, at least.
Yeah.
She's like.
Which is funny because that movie, those movies have a lot of really good prosthetics, and that guy who directed them is like a super prosthetics like. I don't know what you call him, like a special effects artist for that guy, yeah. And it is funny that it's a very unconvincing Elephant Man Two-Face kind of mask thing.
But anyway, like,
Terrifier relevant.
Terrifier relevant to your Christmas shopping.
Yeah, this year. Get out there. Well, it was a Christmas movie. The third one is. So.
True. It kinda is. That's true. I actually do love that. Like the Christmas movies popped up. Christmas Vacation keeps popping up on my screen. I'm fighting the urge to watch it.
You should.
You got to. I should fight the urge. It's not time yet.
You got it. Well, I mean, you can. What are you going to watch? A Thanksgiving movie?
Yeah.
Can we have a good
Poltergeist? Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Thanksgiving. There was one I watched one time that was like a direct VHS where a turkey killed everybody.
That's Thanksgiving.
No, it was a knockoff of that.
Oh, God.
Like it was a low budget version.
It's already bad enough.
It was at one point they threw a fake bird at a person and they had to grab it and go and it was like a solid 5 minutes of just
I've seen movies like that where people like lie down, they just have to like move the thing.
Yeah, all the Puppet Master movies where they just throw the toy and the person catches it and it's like, it's choking me.
It's got me.
But
anyway,
also
relevant to your Christmas shopping at gigabitesonline.com.
Yeah, check it out. And special note to retailers, hey, if you're not stocking up right now, get a hold of me. You should be stocking up. A lot of this stuff, not necessarily all of this, but a lot of this stuff is available to retail sales. And like, go ahead and get it. We're almost like 1 day shipping at this point. We're from the order coming in to getting out the door. So stock up now because people who are either doing early shopping, you don't want to depend on the late shopping people because that's not a huge
thing people have to be ready for with everything going on in, like, you know, we had that earlier where there was the possible maybe strike, but there is like strikes going on in Canada, like the postal service is talking to negotiating they might go on strike. There is delays and backup. So there's never a guarantee. Once you start getting into November, December, there's no guarantee that the stuff's going to remain in stock. So you want to start like monitoring and looking at it now. Like, I mean, we start our Christmas shopping like 2 months ago. You know, you're looking for the stuff and then you're just hiding it from the kids.
Most Americans are, I can't remember the statistic, but I think it's like 80% of Americans are done with Christmas shopping by Black Friday. Like, they're just like, that's it. Black Friday is when if they have a deal they're watching, they get it. Otherwise, it's like, they're kind of done. So retailers, you got to have that stuff. You'll get the last minute sales, sure. But that's going to be a $20 game because someone's like, I got a kid, he likes games. Hey, here's a
Yeah.
game. Cool. You want to make sure you have the big stuff available for the big purchases.
Yeah.
The big heavy games.
The big heavy ones.
So reach out to me and say, hey, Zach, give me some games. And I'll be like,
Zach,
I
games.
got the games. I'm making an offer for some games.
So yeah, check them out. You can get these. This will probably be on fair soon, I imagine.
Sure. As I just found out about it right before filming.
Literally right before filming.
Yeah, I can't imagine it's going to take some time to do some photos of that.
Just take a picture of the box.
Just
the box.
Just a shiny, glossy box.
Yeah.
I'll just cut out the picture of you holding the box, and then that's the image we put on the website. Fantastic.
Are you telling me Colin Farrell couldn't sell this game?
I'm telling you that you're doing a great Gerard Butler right now.
Don't you mean Russell Crowe?
Oh, shit, I didn't mean that. No, you know why? Because you didn't punch me.
Don't you mean Jean Valjean?
Okay,
Wait, no, that's the main character.
Yeah, also pretty sure not an Irish name.
That was Hugh Jackman.
Yeah. What?
I'm doing the.
I realized you were
Kevin
doing
Bacon.
Les Mis. Yeah,
5 Degrees of Kevin Bacon. I went from to Gerard Butler to Russell Crowe, who was the cop in Les Mis with Jean Valjean, who is Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
Therefore, who acted in Wolverine with Ryan Reynolds, and they both played Canadians. And in Canada, there's a possibility of mail strikes. Therefore, you want to get your products early, because Ryan Reynolds and Wolverine said so.
I can't argue with that kind of logic. I think we kept in the show.
I don't think anybody can argue with that kind of logic.
I don't think you could follow or argue with that kind of logic. So I think we should get out of here and go do some work. And I got to take 1,000 pictures of Dungeons of Infinity. It's an infinite amount of things in that box.
Yes.
So thanks for joining us. Hey, hit that like button, and it doesn't cost you anything. Unlike this stuff, you can do it for free, and it makes us feel good. And we look at it and we go, yeah, somebody likes us. So, and if you don't, we like you still. But we get it.
You though. You right there.
Yeah.
You
know who we're talking to.
I'm literally pointing at myself on the screen.
Not you though. Not you. We don't like
Not
you.
that guy.
Yeah,
Wait.
we have thoughts on that guy. All right, so let's get out of here. So thanks for watching the Rambles, and we'll see you next time.